Oasis have been the soundtrack for the whole of my life, basically. From being at King's Langley School singing Slide Away to being in music class, getting the boys to learn the beginning of Wonderwall for me. When Nebworth tickets first came out, I was 15, so I couldn't even get a ticket. They played 96, I was 16, and my cousin went. And all these years later, my dad finally announced, "Oh, what amazing lineup. I would have gone." That's helpful, Dad, telling me that now. Not. So we managed to get tickets for Wembley the 30th. I am going with my children and I cannot wait. I have Wonderwall tattooed on my thumb. That song means so much to me, and it isn't my favourite Oasis song, but it goes back to a time in my teens where I was very, very vulnerable, and I've carried that vulnerability all the way through to where I am now. So it holds a very, very special place in my heart. When I think back to the 90s, I think back to Britpop. Like, we were cool Britannia. It was a good time. We had All Saints, we had Spice Girls, we had Oasis, we had the Primrose Hill lot. I remember moving to Camden 2000 and just sitting up on Primrose Hill Park, Hampstead Heath, just celeb watching, and you'd see so many people just bopping by. And back then, things and life was so much simple and so much easier. And even going back to family time, watching the royal family with the fantastic and late Carolina Hearn, Craig Cash, Nana, Twiggy, even the intro, Noel singing Half the World Away. When we saw Noel recently, we cried. Me and my kids cried. It's been a staple of our life, that show. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. And obviously for spending 10 years up north, we lived in Liverpool. No, it's not Manchester, but Ricky Tomlinson, I just think back to being a kid watching Brookside. So all these little things kind of connect to Oasis. And I think for a lot of us who maybe were too young in the 90s to see Nebworth, or those who did, it's going to be emotional. And I can't speak for anybody else, but I believe that for so many who saw them in the 90s, they're in their 40s or 50s now. And Oasis will take us back to a time when life's possibilities seemed endless. It was a hugely positive time and life felt good. Memories are powerful, and speaking for myself, I'm going to be that 15-year-old again, and I get to share that with my kids. We've seen Liam in Cork, we saw Liam at the O2, and we've seen Noel at Wembley. And now we're going to finally see Oasis.